All right, welcome back, and Mark Hebscher is back now with the third and final segment in his series on the new immigrants to Canada. And Mark, one thing I've noticed in each of the stories so far, that common thread of soccer just sort of lining its way through.
Well, it is World Cup season, you know.
It is indeed.
So
That's true too.
We did that intentionally.
Oh, very nicely done, yeah.
Yeah, Nick, Canada may be best known as a hockey-playing nation, but the world's largest sporting spectacle begins June 11th, and for the first time ever, the World Cup of Soccer will be staged on the African continent, in South Africa. Now, despite the fact that many Africans are suffering from intense social upheaval and war, their fanatical following of the beautiful game knows no boundaries. Preston Corporal might be the best soccer player you've never heard of. These days, the 27-year-old is a volunteer assistant coach with United FC, a local team of refugees that's heading to England this summer as guests of Arsenal. Preston, a former professional player who competed in 40 countries, was also a member of the Liberian national team. Liberia was embroiled in a bloody civil war for 14 years, and the lingering aftermath made for dangerous times.
Back home, there was a lot of chaos. There was, there were a lot of killing, atrocity, and inhumane situation going on at the time. And like the best way of survival at the time was to get out of the country if you were fortunate.
Preston was fortunate. He had money. He was well known as a member of the national team, but after Liberia lost in World Cup qualifying in 2008, fans showed their displeasure by inflicting widespread damage on property and human life.
The best way to express their frustration is to go to player houses, burn it down. If you buy lucky, they grab you in the process. They beat you to death. Like there's so many difficult things, and yeah, things that happen.
Not long after the loss, Preston loaned his father Jacob his car. Hired killers had been dispatched to murder Preston and pulled the car over, thinking he was driving. Instead, they pulled Jacob out of the vehicle, attacked him, and killed him. Jacob P. Corporal was 58 years old.
Emotionally, my life was really traumatized, and there was so much emptiness, and I mean, I was like feeling isolated most of the time. And I know how many persons lost their life because we didn't qualify for World Cup at the time, and that was a similar situation. So my best bet at the time was, I mean, I just need to forget about playing soccer for the moment, find myself somewhere where I can go, and put all the terrible things behind me, make, start a brand new life. Try to do whatever I can do to the best of my ability to forget most of the trauma and stuff I've been going through. But since I came to Canada, like I have established a whole new, a new breed of friendship, a new breed of family, and like here is just like a home for me.
His mother and younger brother are still in West Africa, but Preston's adoptive family are from Liberia. Ophelia and Morris Dorway have 6 children, 3 of whom live at home. The kids call him Uncle Preston, and he plays the part very well. Coming from a country that has 85% unemployment, where 90% of its citizens are living on less than $1 a day, where electricity and running water are virtually non-existent, he is thankful that the Canadian government has allowed refugees to seek asylum here.
Maybe they really don't know the value of what they have really been doing, but like, I mean, their timely intervention and the opportunity they have created to last, and thousands of refugees, I mean, has really helped to save millions and millions of lives and change a lot of generations to come.
It's just so great to hear the great stories of what the immigrants are feeling when they come to Canada and how they're adjusting and how they're, coping and thriving now. But I got to ask, what is Corporal doing right now?
He's got a job as a personal trainer. He's a mentor to these kids that he's helping coach on this United FC team, and seems to be enjoying life and doesn't have to look over his shoulder. And
yeah, absolutely. That
it's freedom for you. Now they're doing they're going to do a fundraiser for this United FC team coming up soon. Don't have a date set or anything like that, but here's the information. It's unitedfccanada.webs.com. And there's the email address as well if you want more information, or you want to donate too, because it's a great cause. And
certainly is. Yeah, good luck to them.
It was fun doing the
you don't get those kind of opportunities to go play with Arsenal too often.
I'm going to try to convince the bosses that I should go and we should cover it. Maybe you and me both with camera people, and
that would
do the
be
whole
okay.
show from there.
All right, thanks for that really interesting series. Appreciate it, Mark. Well,